If your coaching business is stagnating, the answer might not always be to work on it some more. Sometimes a few tweaks are what you need to get the needle going, but first you need to know the cause of the issue. And that is what we'll talk about in this video. Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alisa and I help qualified coaches build financially viable coaching businesses. Today I want to share with you 7 reasons why your coaching business might not be growing and what to do if you're in that situation. First, let's get the most obvious one out of the way. It might be that your coaching business is not growing yet because you didn't give it enough time to do so. Despite what we see online, get to 6-figure in 6 weeks or other similar nonsense, building a successful coaching business takes time. It doesn't happen overnight and you need to be patient. So if you've been implementing a new strategy for growth and you're not seeing results yet, ask yourself, how long have I been doing this? And is this a reasonable amount of time to expect results? It usually takes a few months of consistent effort to see the outcome of a new strategy or technique, so allow it that time. It can also be that your application is not quite right. Perhaps you are learning a new skill, in which case you need to give yourself time to practice and learn that skill before you can see the results of applying it in your business. There is no such thing as an overnight success. And yes, thanks to the influence of social media and the online world in general, we expect to see results yesterday. But the reality is that it doesn't quite work like that. So give yourself and your business permission to take longer than a couple of months implementing something before you expect any significant results. But maybe you've been patient for a while, working diligently, and you're still not seeing any growth in your business. Let's now look at other causes why your coaching business is stagnating. Reason number 2 might be that you're trying to be a coach for anyone and everyone. In other words, you have not chosen a niche. You've heard me talk about niches before and why having a niche is so important. If you haven't seen those videos, I will link them in the description box below. But what does a niche do for you? Choosing a niche will help you express with great specificity who can benefit from your coaching services and how you can help them. As a consequence, your coaching offer will be more relevant and attractive for your prospects, which will help you get clients quicker. Being a jack of all trades will do the opposite of what we just discussed. It will dilute your message to the point that, while trying to appeal to everyone, your value proposition won't resonate with anyone. You don't have to commit to a niche forever, but if you are a new coach, it will serve you well to choose one for now. As your business grows and evolves, your coaching focus might change too. But until then, a coaching niche will save you time and energy and allow your coaching business to grow quicker. But maybe you do have a niche and you're still not seeing results. Let's talk about choosing a target market that cannot afford your services. This is reason number 3 behind why your coaching business is not growing. I am a big advocate of choosing a target market that is willing and able to pay for coaching. It makes things easier, but I understand that you may wish to serve a market that might be willing but is not able to pay for coaching, like students or unemployed people, for example. If that's the case for you, I suggest you partner with universities, charities, and other organizations who can help with financing a coaching engagement for a particular segment of the population. If you choose to do that, you have to bear in mind that the coachee and the client are no longer the same person. The coachee is the student or the unemployed person or whoever it is that you are coaching, while the client, also called the sponsor sometimes, is the entity who pays for the coaching engagement, be that the university, the charity, or another organization. Why does this matter? It matters because from a marketing point of view, you need to make sure that your coaching offer addresses the needs and aspirations of the client as well as the coachee. So if you have a choice, I would recommend working with a target market that can afford your services. If you must work with people who cannot afford to pay for coaching, then keep in mind the change of dynamic in the relationship that we just talked about when you approach organizations to help with the funding. Since we talked about coaching offers, reason number 4 why your coaching business is not growing might be that your offer is too generic, or it doesn't speak to the benefits of working with you. I see this a lot with coaches. They reduce the coaching offer to a coaching package and nothing more. Yes, your coaching offer should talk about what is included, what is the client getting if they purchase, which is the coaching package. However, those are just the features of your offer. The number of sessions, how long they are, what the client gets in between sessions, any extras that are included, and the price for the package. If you leave it at that, you have an incomplete coaching offer. A relevant and attractive coaching offer needs to talk about features as well as benefits. And I have an entire video where I share how to put together a coaching offer. I will link it for you here and in the description box below. If you're getting value from the video so far, I would appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you're inclined to leave a comment, that would make my day. It really helps to support the channel, and I thank you in advance if you do. The 4th reason your business might not be growing is that your prices are too low. I bet you didn't expect that, did you? But low prices can be just as off-putting for some people as high prices. Why? Because they arouse suspicions in our prospects. If your services are as transformational as you say they are, why are you not charging an appropriate amount of money for them? In the mind of a client, there are a few potential reasons behind low prices. You are either a beginner coach and charging low rates to practice on clients, or you call yourself a coach but in fact you don't offer coaching. Or perhaps you do offer coaching but you don't value it enough yourself to think it warrants a higher price. Or there's something fishy here and you might take their money and run away. In either case, you are at a disadvantage, so make sure that your prices reflect the value of the transformation you offer with your coaching. If you don't know how much to charge and you need help pricing your coaching offer, please get in touch and I would be happy to talk you through some options. Reason number 6 behind the stagnation of your coaching business could be that you are not making enough offers. There is a selling element involved in running any business. And in the case of selling services such as coaching, part of the sales process is to make offers to people. I just did it earlier when I said get in touch if you need help with your prices. That was me making an offer to you, and it didn't make me feel pushy or icky because I've been providing free value throughout this video, and I know that I can provide even more value to the people that I directly work with. I know coaches are reluctant to engage in selling conversations. It's one of the biggest problems they face, but selling is an integral part of any business and we need to normalize it. How can you make more offers? Add calls to action to your content. Invite people to get in touch with you. Make an offer at the end of the discovery call. Actually say it. Would you like us to work together? You would be surprised how many discovery calls end without the coach having the time or the courage to talk about their services. Why? Because they treat it as a free coaching session, and therefore they spend all the time allocated to the discovery call coaching the prospect, and then there's no time left to make an offer at all. If that's you, I have a video on how I conduct discovery calls and the structure I follow. I will link it for you here and in the description box below. Here comes the big one. On paper, you nailed everything in your business. You have a well-defined niche, a great coaching offer, etc., and you're still not seeing the results you would like to see. Reason number 7 why that might be the case is that your mind is sabotaging your efforts. The way you think about your coaching business matters more than what you do. That is actually the title of an article I wrote about mindset, which I'll make sure to link in the description box. What do you think about the coaching market in general? Do you believe it's saturated, or do you think there is room for everyone? Speaking of that, how do you relate to your competition? How on earth would you be able to differentiate yourself? There are coaches out there who have been doing this for decades. If you're a new coach, does that make you feel like an imposter? And don't even get me started about prices. Who am I to charge this much? My clients will never be able to afford my services. There is no way to compete in a crowded market without charging the lowest price possible. And so on and so forth. Does that sound familiar? If so, you're not the only one. Every coach, including myself, goes through a version of what I just described. And the reality is that you'll have doubts and questions with every new level you reach in your business. The thing with mindset work is that you never arrive. It's a lifelong process that you need to go through, and as coaches, I think we understand this better than anyone. The key is to start with awareness, recognize these thoughts or feelings, and then work through them. It is only after we can believe and accept something internally that that something will become a reality in the external world, and that includes the success of our coaching businesses. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. I'm Alisa, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!